Click right there on alignment. And we're going to make it look like this. I know, crazy. It's weird, the navigation. Oh, it's being covered up. There it is. Okay. So 8.5 by 11 landscape. We all know how to do that. Photopea. File, new. This is print. It's not web, right? So you go right here to print. Okay, down here, 8.5 by 11. Click on that. But now we're going to reverse these because we want it landscape. Last one, like one or two projects ago, people were handing in the wrong orientation. So we want this landscape so it's going to be wider than it is tall. So we want the height to be 8.5. So you just click on this little double arrow right there. Okay, in Photoshop, same kind of thing, create new. Now we're going to go to print, 8.5 by 11. And right here it says orientation, we're going to make it landscape. Okay, so now it's 11 inches wide. That's just a decision I made, just this is how we're going to do it and lay it out. Now, print resolution's 300 pixels per inch, right? Web resolution is, like I said, still 72, but it's, I'm noticing 144 is coming in strong, so that's gonna change, and things do that slowly. So, working space is the sRGB, cool. Now, Photopea and Photoshop, we're gonna rename it. DMA19 underscore, this is D4, I believe, right? Here, let me check just to make sure, because I wouldn't want to lead you astray. D4 alignment. Okay, make sure you name things properly. This is super important in the digital world. Okay, alignment is how you spell it. Underscore your last name. Okay, so in Photopea right here, I have 8.5 by 11, 300 pixels per inch, where it says new project, DMA19, oops, how about 19, underscore D4, design 4, underscore alignment. It's spelled alignment. Okay. And your last name, then go ahead and create. So now we have that. In Photoshop, boom, 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 create. Okay, so now we're going to add the text like we normally do, right? So now right here, we've got all that happening. We can turn on the grid, okay, because we should have 1/4 inches in there. So if we want, we can view, show, actually guides is what we have. Guides. Okay, it says it's showing them right now, but so I don't have guides on here. Okay, let's turn on the rulers.
Isn't it Command R?
Since we have the ruler, it's the same thing in Photopea. Command R gives you the rulers, or Control R maybe on Windows. Let's see, when you're on Windows,
I think it's Control R.
yeah,
I'm not too sure.
You know, usually that's how it goes. The zoom tool, I'm gonna zoom in quite a bit. Then you can just drag it down because you want to see the corner, right? This is now the 4th time we've done this, so it's real simple now. Drag it down, and for the Command or Control Plus to zoom in a little bit more, so it's real easy to see. It's really easy to see, and you have these 2 little notches. There's 1 notch there, so I'm going to click and hold in the ruler, drag down 2 notches. Click and hold in this ruler, drag over 2 notches. Not nachos, notches. Okay. Now same thing in the bottom. So all I'm doing is holding spacebar, and I'm able to drag up, drag up, drag up. There we are. And so I just want 2 notches in from the 11. Click, hold in there, drag there, and then drag down from the top. 2 notches up from the bottom. Okay, so now Command or Control 0 sets the whole thing in there. Okay, now same thing in Photoshop. I hold Z, it allows me to zoom in. And this is actually in 1/4 inches. Okay, so those knots right there, see this is 1/2 inch, so that's going to be 1/4 inch. So I click and hold in there, get that there, and get the move tool. Go over there. You see that's 1/2 inch, so 1/2 of 1/2 inch is 1/4 inch, right? This is real simple everyday math, right? So you guys know how to do this. Okay, there's 1 inch right there. It looks huge because I'm so zoomed in. There's 1/2 inch, so there's a 1/4 inch. Okay, dragging that right over there. This down here to that 1/4 inch. Oh, that's a 1/2, so there we are. Wait a second. Oh, okay, my bad. It's 8 1/2, so that's what it is. Okay, so there. Command and Control 0 fits that in. Okay, let's not save it yet. Okay. All right, so now we have that on there. Now, the next page in the step-by-step guide, we're making a visual illustration of, or visual definition of the principal design alignment. Okay, this text step-by-step thing is available to you. All right. So let's get that those words. Put each of the following lines of text on their own layer. So now I'm going to just put that stuff over here. So then when I start laying it out, I like Helvetica Neue. So I'm going to hit T to get the type tool, horizontal type tool. I'm going to change my workspace because I was in a color grading workspace and now I'm going over to Campy Town workspace. It has my text tools and all that stuff. Helvetica Neue, I'm going to go ahead and make it thin. And 23 will be fine. So I'm just going to click once, type in the word alignment. Okay. I'm kind of thinking a darker text would probably be easier to read. So I can just click on there, grab there, and just grab black. Oh yeah, it is easier to read. Son of a gun. Okay, we're moving through this pretty quickly because you guys all know how to do this because we've done it several times already. And that's the point of it, is just getting it so it's like no problem, right? So now, principle of design. Oops. Principle of design. Oh, I like the lowercase, that looks sassy. Maybe I'll go with that. Okay, now there's obviously some situation going on here. So just a little side note, when you're in the type tool in Photoshop, I'll look at Photopea in a second, there's a lot of stuff here already that stuck from last time I was using it. So to reset the character panel so it's all like default, go to this little menu right here. You can go to Reset Character. So now it's going to reset all of this so it's in just the default thing, and it gets rid of all the spacings and the leading changes and all that kind of thing. Now I'll go here and grab Helvetica Neue, and I'll grab thin, make it about a 20-point font, 24. Okay, there we go. Now this, I'm gonna fix that. Oops, boom. Okay. Auto, boom, boom, boom. Okay, that looks good. Now I can carry on. Nothing should be placed on a page arbitrarily. In there. Okay. You guys probably have this on there already, right? Every element. All right, there we go. with another element on the page. This creates a clean, sophisticated, intentional look. Okay, you can always do what you want later, but knowing the rules, that is huge. To know them, then break them with intention. And sophisticated, intentional. You're going to notice the word, like as you get closer to college and art and that, you're going to start hearing the word intentional. They want to see intention in your work. And that's pretty easy to see. Okay, so that's all that text, right? Okay, so if you didn't get it, I'm going to bring it on over to Photopea. Okay, so right now, go ahead and hit Command or Control S to save it. We're still going to format it and do all that. I just want to make sure it's saved, and see it saves as the name you named it. So you can save the file over in Photoshop. Command or Control S. Saves a PSD file, because that's what we want. Now, AP, okay. There, is that the right spot? It is. Now, into your Media Files folder. If you don't have a Media Files folder, you can go ahead and make one. New folder, Media Files folder. Okay, layers, sRGB, very cool. This is a Photoshop document. All right, rock solid, Daddy-o.